Peace and Pan-Africanism. Good Garvey Day. Grand Rising. Ypsilanti, Michigan, I am in the building. Ypsilanti, Michigan, I am in the building. Ypsilanti, Michigan, I am in the building. I want to first say thank you to all the brothers and sisters who came out yesterday for the first day of the Black Consciousness Conference at Eastern Michigan University. If you were unable to make it yesterday, we are doing it again today, brothers and sisters. Come on out. Black Michigan, Black Ohio, Black Illinois, everybody come on out to the Eastern Michigan University campus. Today will be day 2 and the final day of the Black Consciousness Conference. Today we will be at the Honors College. We will be at the Honors College on Eastern Michigan University's campus. And the Honors College is located at 511 West Forest Avenue. 511 West Forest Avenue. And that is Forest with one R. That is Forest with one R. 511 West Forest Avenue on the campus of Eastern Michigan University in Ypsilanti. Doors open up at 3 p.m. Dr. Umar will speak at 4:30. Doors open up at 3 p.m. today. Dr. Umar will speak at 4:30. It's absolutely free. Absolutely free. You don't need to register. All you need to do is show up. If you do need to call somebody, you can call 734-802-8072. You don't need to call, but if you want to call, 734-802-8072. You don't need to call, but if you want to call, 734-802-8072. Eastern Michigan University, today, August the 3rd, Black Consciousness Conference, day 2, inside of the Honors College from 3 until 7. Hit the Cash App, $FDMG School. Hit the PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. I'm not going to keep you guys too long. I do hope some of you decide to join me in Bunell, Florida on the day Tuesday, 2 days after tomorrow. Tuesday, August the 6th, Kim C. Hammond Criminal Justice Center, 1769 Moody Boulevard, 8 o'clock a.m. will be the sentencing hearing from Brendan Depper, the 18-year-old brother who we're trying to keep from having to serve 30 years in prison for attacking a teacher assistant who had no legal right to take his Nintendo Switch out of his hand, a school system that had no legal right to deny that young man the psychological and educational services that he was entitled to. Please come and stand with us. We will be inside of the Kim C. Hammond Criminal Justice Center, Bunell, Florida, this Tuesday, August the 6th, 8 o'clock in the morning. Don't be late. Don't be late. Once the courtroom fills up, they're not letting anybody else in. Today is the solar return of one of our greatest Pan-Africanists. Today is the solar return of one of our greatest Pan-Africanists. Today is the solar return of one of our greatest Pan-Africanists, Edward Wilmot Blyden, who was born in St. Thomas, the U.S. Virgin Islands. He came to the United States of America to attend seminary school. He was excluded from seminary school because of his race. He cooperated with the great Honorable Frederick Douglass. He ultimately immigrated to Liberia, becoming the Secretary of State of Liberia, and he's currently buried in Sierra Leone. Peace and Pan-Africanism to my Liberian Africans. Peace and Pan-Africanism to my Sierra Leone Africans. Yesterday was the Earth Day of James Baldwin, our great Black intellectual, writer, social critic. James Baldwin was born August the 2nd. Edward Wilmot Blyden was born August the 3rd. Please get your tickets for the Nat Turner Land celebration. Please get your tickets for the Nat Turner Land celebration. Go to natturnerlibrary.com. Go to natturnerlibrary.com. go to natturnerlibrary.com. Am I Muslim? I am not. I am African. Peace and Pan-Africanism to all my Muslim brothers and sisters. Tremendous respect for the religion of Islam. I was raised in the religion of Islam. Islam was my foundation, but African spirituality, Ifa, Yoruba culture is my elevation. Islam was my foundation, but Ifa is my elevation. Islam was my foundation, but Ifa is my elevation. For my sisters who came out yesterday, my beautiful African queens of Michigan, y'all look so beautiful. Some of you did not text me out pictures. So if you was at Eastern Michigan University last night, please text me the photos that we took. Brothers as well, elders as well, send me the photos for my own records, please. 215-989-9858. 215-989-9858. I'm looking for somebody who does video work to go through my social media and put together a 1 hour collage of all my photos and events that Dr. Umar has participated in since my explosion onto the national and international Black consciousness scene back in September of 2010. I need someone to volunteer. I want a video created of photos and events and interviews that I have participated in these past 14 years of one of the most illustrious Black consciousness careers in Pan-African history. I want a video with some music that I can post showing all the people who came out, the children, the elders, 14 years from Africa to Europe to Asia to the Caribbean to Canada to Central and South America, across the United States. I want somebody to volunteer. I'm not looking for people. Find me. I'm the King Kong of consciousness. You find me. Where's my royalty privileges? Where are my royalty privileges? Brothers and sisters, 215-989-9858. You can text me. 215-989-9858. 215. I'm trying to get my passport, family. I'm trying to get my passport. I do not want to cancel London. I do not want to cancel Costa Rica. If we got any Africans who work for the passport service, if you can please look into the conspiracy against Dr. Umar's passport renewal. Please look into the conspiracy against Dr. Umar's passport. You should know my phone number. It's been the same number for 19 years. You should know my phone number. It's been the same number for 19 years. 215-989-9858. Now let me talk about why I went live this morning. Let me talk about why I went live this morning. The reason, happy to be nappy. We always happy to be nappy. We always happy to be nappy. The reason I went live today is I want to talk about the extermination campaign against the American African people. I'm trying to figure out why the American African people are more concerned about a presidential election than stopping black on black homicide in our community. I'm trying to figure out why the American African people are more concerned about a presidential election than stopping black on black homicide in our community. Ifa Tunde 3 times. I am concerned about why the American African people, from California to Kalamazoo, from Flint, Michigan to Florida, from Detroit to Des Moines, Iowa, I'm trying to figure out why we are more concerned about voting than we are about stopping the homicide crisis in our black community. And do you know what bothers me the most as a social scientist? Do you know what bothers me so much as a social scientist? What I find so egregiously unacceptable as a social scientist, black people act as if we are not living within the context of black on black genocide. Do you realize we don't even ask the presidential candidates about the violence in our community? We don't even ask the governors about the violence in our community. We don't ask the mayor. We act like black men are not exterminating each other on a daily basis. How did we become so immune to black on black crime? How did we become so immune to the tears of black women, the tears of black mothers? All these black mothers across America have had to bury their sons and their daughters. They've had to mourn in silence because the community doesn't care enough to embrace them. Our black mothers have had to endure the pain of losing their babies and not having a sympathetic community shoulder to cry on. How did we get to the point where black on black homicide is not even a concern for most black people? Let me put this in context. Let me resensitize you to black on black homicide. Black men are the leading cause of death for black men. I want you to sit on that for 1 minute. I want you to sit on that.